You arrived apropos cause I was born about an hour ago. What's the word? Welcome to another episode of Sunday Sidecar, the series where we get our full bookshelf mileage out of last week's Tuesday Ukeday drop from yours truly, Uke Brute. This week's episode, more big words in a big salad. Right off the bat, I will say that yes, the big salad is a reference to Seinfeld and to our queen Elaine Bennis, who is a fellow word nerd. We can all agree on that. She worked as an editor at Pendant Publishing. She wrote for J. Peterman. I mean, Putty had a put an agreement into their get back together contract that she wouldn't be reading books at his softball game. So yeah, but yeah, it's clearly more big words and I'll make more big words and a big salad. Kind of like a whole meta approach to my songs, sure, because that's kind of what they all feel like and they sound like to most people. I try to keep things as concrete as possible when it comes to my lyrics, not just because this is brutalism, which is based on concrete, but it's also just good writing in general. It helps people latch on to things when you have concrete lyrics. But sometimes, man, I just want to play around with the words. I want to play around with the language. I just want to have fun with the words. That's what we're going to do. So this is what this song is kind of all about. Just kind of having some fun with words, but also trying to pull a little bit of meaning out of just random words. Not trying to just rhyme for the sake of rhyming. There's a little bit of a story, where the narrator is just coming to light, so to speak, and they're need more. You need more information. Sure, being born, or the line should be "I awoke in media res." I saying I was born in media res. In the terms of this song, though, it's pretty much the same thing. Same type of metaphor, same type of idea. But funny story about this song, maybe not funny, I don't know. I doubt anyone's going to laugh, so I would say it's probably not funny. But I would just kind of want to go into the writing of the song because it was kind of maybe interesting is more of the apt term for that. But when I came up with the original the verse here, you arrived apropos cause I was born about an hour ago. So much shit that I don't know, so I'm gonna need you blow by blow. That itself took a while. I'm not saying I just came up with that line. It was, like always, kind of, pulling teeth, shitting through a straw. But once I had that, I just had that. I didn't have anything else. And typically when I record, I get something down that I like, a melody down that I like, I'll save it with some rando name. Sometimes it'll just be like, Strumfucker or Jumbotron Joe. Just whatever words pop in my head to make me remember, that this was a saved and a good track as opposed to all the unnamed, garbage. But this one, I just had that, and I called it, the Dullard's Ballad. That was what I saved it as. And it's before I had any lyrics, anything. And then as I was writing it, the first line that came to me, though, was, cause I was born about an hour ago. That was, dun, 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 dun. Cause I was born about an hour ago. And so the song built out of that phrase originally. And then, it turns into like a random rhyme fest, or seemingly random rhyme fest of more big words in a big salad. There's a little bit more going on. But I just, I got the first two verses down, teach me something silly. Well, no, I had that's where I went. I had the first verse, the you arrived apropos, cause I was born about an hour ago. So much shit that I don't know. So I'm gonna meet you below. So I had that, and then I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to go with. I still didn't have the refrain. I had no other verses, and I was watching a video about ghost words. Ghost words are words that been inserted into dictionaries or encyclopedias throughout the centuries, but they were inserted based on a typo, just like just an incorrect placement, or just a general mistake. However, there's one that I believe it was the Encyclopedia Britannica. It wasn't the OED. It definitely wasn't the OED. I think it was the Encyclopedia Britannica. Earlier this, maybe like a decade ago, 20 years ago, who knows, sometimes. But they added the word esquivalience into their dictionary. Completely made up word, defined as deliberately shirking one's duties or responsibilities. But it's akin to how back in the day map makers would put a fake town or fake landscape feature or some type of terrain that didn't exist anywhere else, so they know. It's kind of like a watermark, a literary, not really literary, a literary watermark. But the word was esquivalience. I came across that word as I was kind of like in the midst of this, and I loved it. I loved how it kind of fit into this song's total topic and theme. So I added it, but I added it as a different noun form. The original noun form, esquivalience, is different than esquivalient. Esquivalience would be more like for, I guess, a snitch would say something like this. My coworker is showing signs of esquivalience because they haven't turned in their TPS report, even though we've requested it multiple times. But so I just kind of switched that around. So it's a made-up word, but it's a big word and a big salad. It just kind of fits in with this whole idea and the theme. And yes, I know sapiens should be sapiens. It's not usually ever singular for the sake of, what is it, genus? I don't know. But I know it should be but it fits better. So some creative liberties on that point. So I had those two down. I had that down, and it was kind of happy with what I had. So, teach me something silly, cause I'm feeling pretty esquivaliant. Barely feel mammalian, let alone like a sapien. You don't even feel human. Don't even feel like a mammal. Like a pre-mammal feeling. So it's kind of coming out and trying to make sense of the world after you've been awoken, you've opened your eyes. So I had that, but I didn't have anything. I didn't have the refrain until I was fumbling around and I came up with so here's another Dolan's ballad, discolored as a ballad. And the lyrics, I came up with the melody first, obviously, but the Dullard's ballad just fits so well in that. So that long story short, I was able to incorporate the original, just jam nonsense name as the actual name to the song. That's kind of like where it came from. Similarly, and I had the one line, I awoke in media res, I awoke in media res. And I was kind of done for the night when I had got to that point and I didn't have anything else. Lo and behold, I came across an article about the Sacabambaspis, which is an old extinct, not Precambrian, can't be Precambrian, but very old, like a fish. I believe it was a fish. But just, the word, Sacabambaspis. Yeah, it's a great word. So when I come across words like that, like I want to use it, but like it fit. It just kind of like I had that, like I awoke in media res, curtains as a soccer bomb pass. So I guess what I'm getting at is just keep your eyes open if you're looking for inspiration, because the inspiration is everywhere. Yeah, I guess that's mostly what I want to say, because the song is more just me, having fun with words, what I like to do. But it's about just taking the time to learn what these words mean, what it's trying to say. And that's kind of what the narrator is going through, because you're constantly, no matter how much you know, how much you think you need to step out and get more information. You need to learn a little bit more, get a little bit more detailed, a little more granular with your knowledge, and it's kind of what it's playing around with. So that's more big words in a big salad. I realized the real phrase is a word salad, but again, just like an homage to Ms. Bennis. I'm sure she would want big words in her big salad, and that's kind of what drove a little bit of that, just like that, that end part, the end of the refrain. So that's more big words in a big salad. I like it. It's fun. It's another 2024 song, actually. This is actually my most recent new song. You might be wondering why I keep adding these new songs to the playlist. If I already had 52-ish songs ready to go. And to be honest, I've reached a point where some of the songs are they're just not fun. So that's I realized why I moved on from them. So I do a little bit of rearranging, adding some new stuff. To be honest, this is much better than the songs you would have gotten before. And if you think the other songs are kind of boring and repetitive, yeah, consider yourself lucky. Anyway, so that's more big words and a big salad from Uke Brute. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you for tuning in, and please check back soon for another ditty from Uke Brute.